Yates developed what is called the grill kilt. Now, I have to say, at first, I did think this grill kilt was going to be a little bit gimmicky and just kind of a fun gift to give the Scottish person in your life who also happens to love to grill. But I came to learn that it is so much more than that. It is so well designed, well executed, so form meets function, very practical and functional, so nicely done. And when it arrived, I mean, before I confirmed that I did want to have it on, I always check out reviews. I watch review videos. I want to make sure it's all that before I commit to something. And so I did that, and it was so fun going to different YouTube channels with these grilling experts that are testing out all these grill products, and they know what they're talking about. And they feature the grill kilt, and they could talk about it for days on end. Love it so much. And they felt very similar to me, where, yeah, is it kind of gimmicky? So they wanted to try it out. And once they tried it out, they fell in love. And when it showed up, Greg and I talk a lot about branding and how not just branding, but also sort of the whole customer experience. How does the customer feel when they open that box and they see your product for the first time? In today's e-commerce marketing, sales marketing space, it goes a long way because so many products show up and just comes in a little plastic bag or something, and there's no instructions or anything. This comes in a beautiful box. So to me, and as you can see here, gear up and grill out, and then elevate your grilling game. And then it's got their website there. And just this alone, if you were gifting it and you just put a big bow on it, you're good to go, bow and go. But then you open it up, and inside he has done, and I'm so glad you're here in the chat, because kudos to you. You've done such a great job with the packaging of it on every level. So not just the box, but it's so perfectly folded inside. It looks a little like a pizza box, but there is the grill kilt. And inside were some really fun instructions, this little sort of guide here that kind of walks you through all the different features that's in here. And some, has a lot of fun with verbiage and things that kind of had me chuckling. And I'm not going to spoil the surprise. There's a fun little something on the back there. But let me show you what the grill kilt is. As you can imagine, and as you're seeing right there, it looks a little like a kilt, like a Scottish kilt of sorts. But it is so cool. It is a customizable grilling apron. And I love Yates' story that he really, as so many of us inventors do, he designed it out of necessity for himself. He was so frustrated that he always had to go back and forth to the kitchen to get the things that he forgot, whether it was the spices or the tools or the bottle opener, wine opener, whatever it was. He just didn't have when he needed and just went back and forth. And then when he did, he had no place to put everything. So he created this kilt. And when I say it's customizable, what I mean by that is there are 4 panels to it. So you can choose to keep all 4 panels on, or you can choose to take some of them off. And so there's the front panel that you're seeing there. And then it's just going to wrap around the back and then snap here, just like that. And then, of course, that's fully adjustable. And then it's got side panels that are removable if you want. But I love it all together. And when it is all together, it has a total of 10 pockets. And the pockets are so carefully, thoughtfully designed to fit all of those things that you could possibly use when you're grilling. So, some of the pockets are much deeper for those longer tools and things. Some are just sized perfectly for the spices and things you might have. And then I love that they've added so many features, like this D-ring where you can hook something off of. And then there's a carabiner there that, again, you can hook, whether it's maybe a bottle opener right there. And then on the back, another D-ring. And they've hooked this grill towel on there, which I don't grill a ton myself, but I imagine how handy having this hooked to you to wipe your hands on, wipe tools on or whatnot when you're grilling, how great that would be. So this is just the grilling apron that has thought of absolutely everything and then some. I started to tell the story of Yates, and what I loved about it was his first prototype is so cool. He basically used a tool belt, rock climbing gear and a towel. That was his first prototype. And then it just evolved from there. And so many different fun patterns. There's pockets also, like hand pockets, but of course you could put a wine bottle even in this hand pocket. So they're really deep and really functional. Um, but so the prototype started with that and just evolved from there. And you can tell that quality was everything to him as he was developing this. Even, I mean, look how cool that leather logo is right there. And that's, front and center. He'd like to add that most of the products will fit into the pockets so that you can carry them all out to the grill. Yes. And you know what I was thinking, Yates, is that I think it's fabulous when you're barbecuing at home, but it's even more fabulous when you're out tailgating or you're camping or something where you don't have the luxury of going to the kitchen if you forgot something. So being tailgating where you can have everything on you that you possibly need is so smart. And so that's, I mean, it's smart for at home as well, but that's where my mind went to, is just camping or being down at the beach when, just to have everything on you and not have to go back and forth to the car or whatnot would be great. And then you're also, let's see what else he's saying. It is also sold in over a dozen colors and patterns. And yes, you can add a top bib. That was the other thing is, I didn't see that until let's see, I think it was until today that I saw the top bib, and you're seeing it right there in the picture. And so it becomes sort of a full apron. I love, by the way, Yates, my favorite, I love that red, white, and blue, especially with 4th of July coming up. How fun is that? So it is so cool looking. And I mean, I know it's a huge hit. The reviews are off the charts, such high quality. Everybody loves it. And so many different things you can do with it, so many different ways you can go with it. Do we have any other pictures, Jen? Or we kind of put them all up at once. Okay. So those are just some of them. They have so many different color combinations, camouflage, which I think we're seeing. Yeah, we're seeing camouflage right there. They're awesome. I love them. Take some time, do that upvote, because it is a pricier, I'm not going to lie, it's a pricier apron, but it is so worth it when you see it. You see all the functionality that is built into this. I mean, this is a lifetime grill apron for sure. It's a fabulous gift for a groom. Maybe again, I'm going to go to the wedding idea, but yeah. And so with that Grommet 20% off, it is just over $70. And before that, it's hard for me to see when they're crossed out. It's $89. So that's a good discount. So definitely take a picture of that QR code and get that upvote so you get that 20% when you want to use it, because you will want to use this. This is one of those that sticks in your mind and you keep thinking about it and think of someone who would really love it. And it's that gift that when they open it, they're going to be so excited because it is so much fun, but also so functional all at the same time. And definitely makes outdoor entertaining a little bit easier for the person who is grilling. So I thought it was a great fit for the show. So everything worked out perfectly, having it on tonight's show as well. And this is something that will serve everybody well through the entire summer and into fall. So pick one of these up, check out all the different color options because there's, as I mentioned, so many of them.